So these are my thoughts on the series Younger episodes The Bubble and The Christmas Miracle. This isn't going to be a breakdown of each scene. This is just a couple highlights I wanted to talk about and definitely want you guys to comment below or send me a shout out about any thoughts you have. Also, heavy spoilers alert. These are spoiler alert that I'm talking right now of. Right when I heard that Younger was doing a Christmas episode, I got excited. I just knew that it would deliver, and they did. And who doesn't love Christmas in July? I mean, come on. All right, first I want to talk about Liza and Charles. They've come a long way, and honestly, I still have mixed feelings about Charles. I will say he did take his shirt off and he is jacked, so kudos to that dude. But I don't know, for the longest time he was just like a plot point, like a device. And I don't know, he doesn't really have much of a personality. He's not really that funny. He's not definitely not exciting. He's kind of like the safe bet, the safe choice. Although they did give him the Bulge episode, which is really funny. So I think ultimately the bubble, they're giving us an episode where they're together and they're happy because I don't see it continuing that way, especially now that his ex is in the picture again, Pauline. I think that was great because she always kind of annoyed me, but I could see her coming in and kind of playing that villain a little bit. Because let's face it, Charles's and Liza's relationship is a scandal waiting to happen. I mean, you got Kelsey to worry about, you got the job to worry about, you got Diana to worry about. But that's why we have the bubble, because we get to see their time together when they're happy and no worries. So in the Christmas episode, Liza gets a heavy bonus from Charles, and my guess is it's between 7 to 10,000. I don't know. That's just a number. It seems absurd to think it'd be much more than that. I mean, 15, 20,000. That seems pretty absurd, but I don't think less than that because of the way she reacted, the way Diana reacted. I feel like, you know, 7, 8, 9, 10,000 is probably right in there. It's also just enough for Charles to be sending her a message talking about, I can take care of you. You don't even need this job. While I don't necessarily think they're going to end up together, I kind of hope they don't personally, but it was interesting in the Christmas episode. Liza literally says the word younger. That definitely struck me as a surprise. Throughout the whole series, she hasn't said that. That was interesting. And then in the next episode, the bubble, she says the words "I do." So I thought that was really cool play that the writers did with those lines. So next, I want to talk about Kelsey, and honestly, her storyline lately has been very interesting. It's very funny and surprising to see her juggle these two different relationships that she can't commit to anyway, and she wants one and then she doesn't, and then the other one doesn't want her, and that keeps going back and forth with Zane and Jake. So that's been really cool to watch. So Kelsey does break up with Jake, and I think maybe Zane was right. A couple episodes ago, he told her she doesn't like the nice guy, and he kind of was. Jake was. So next, I want to talk about Diana. And the Christmas episode really gave her some great scenes. At this point in the series, I mean, this is season 5. We need that. We need to see those characters that we like. We need to see different sides of them that we haven't seen yet and introduce them to new situations. And her and Enzo are awesome, and everyone pretty much thinks so. So Josh is an interesting dynamic. They've done a good job of keeping him involved enough and giving the audience like a what if, and Kaylin tells him not to give up, and a couple episodes ago he also said he wasn't ready to give up and that's why he didn't sell his shop or whatever. And I still don't know what the gift was he gave to Liza. Does anybody know? Like, he says he made it, but that's it. It doesn't ever show us the gift, and it still doesn't point it out in the bubble. So I thought that was interesting, but I don't know. I hope they end up together. Just looking at the series as a whole, I hope Liza and Josh end up together ultimately. I think that's what they've both always wanted, and I don't know. Like I said, they've done a good job with the Charles storyline and taking us one direction, taking us next, and we'll see what's up. So Lauren is great as always. She's really become sort of the designated hitter of this show. You know, she doesn't get a lot of scenes, but they're quick and she's always on point, funny, outrageous. She does her job very well. I'm gonna talk about Maggie super quick. You know, the bubble was interesting. We've got to see a side of Maggie we haven't seen either. Like, I don't think we've ever seen her vulnerable. What I say? Vulnerable? Vulnerable. Again, just like with Diana, we're seeing a different side of Maggie and seeing what she does in different situations. And, we're well into season 5, and so it makes sense that we're seeing that. But she's great as always. And, I'm interested to see what happens. So these are my final thoughts moving into the last couple episodes of this season. I think Kelsey is going to find someone new. I don't think Zane or Jake is going to work because she already said she doesn't want to date someone that she works with. I think Liza and Charles, I don't think they work. Maybe I'm just saying that because I hope they don't. I don't know. Like I said, I never really liked that guy. I mean, he's okay, but I like Josh way more for her. So we'll see. I mean, they gave us the title The Bubble. So again, it seems to me like it implies this is their bubble, and who knows what's after that.